Today we're setting the record straight on people who say budget guitars are no good. Stay tuned. Right, so welcome to the Guitar Manifesto channel. Hope you're all well. Today we're going to be setting the record straight on budget guitars. My channel is aimed at your sort of lower end Squier guitars. I'm not interested in high-end Fenders or Gibsons. I've been there, done that, wasted a lot of money. And I like to show on this channel that you can have a nice guitar, good sounding guitar, quality instrument for no money at all. So in the comments I tend to get a lot of the hipsters come in and sort of downgrade how good the actual Squier guitars and Epiphones and kit guitars actually are, and they sort of knock them. But to be fair, I've played in bands before. I've owned a lot of guitars in my time. I've owned a lot of vintage 60s Fenders and Gibsons. I used to actually buy and sell them, so I know what high-end guitars are like. To be honest, I can play, for instance, this Jaguar bass. I paid £60 for this. It was a box of bits. I can quite happily play this, and I think it sounds awesome. I'll be more than happy to play a live gig with my £20 Strat. No problem with that at all. People say they fall apart after a while. No, they don't. Yeah, they do sometimes have rubbish tuners on the back. This, for instance, these are the most undesirable tuners about. As long as you fully stretch your strings, these tend to be okay. Some are worse than others. I've had this guitar now for about 3 or 4 months. Just use it, home use, make a lot of videos of it. If you know my channel, you know I use it quite a lot. I can leave it in my garage in a freezing cold middle of winter. I come in here, put the heating on, and it will generally still be pretty much in tune from when I used it, say, a week before. So I've got no problem with that staying in tune. One big problem a lot of people do is they don't fully stretch their strings. I always stress the importance of that. So don't always blame your tuners. But again, you know, I must admit some tuners are better than others, but it's not the be all and end all. In terms of the quality of the wood used, I'm not into all that tone wood crap. I just think it's a load of rubbish. This has got a basswood body, which is more than good enough. This is the thinner body to the sort of Mexican or American Strat. Again, more than good enough. The difference in tone woods resonating through a pickup, to notice the difference is barely noticeable. So don't knock the woods used. Again, some woods are lighter than others, I'll give it that. But yeah, these are fine quality instruments. I've got no problems playing these live. I use them for my videos all the time. So yeah, I've got no problem with that. The pickups on them are normally pretty decent. Generally what I tend to do is I'll upgrade the pots and probably the wiring, get some full size sort of CTS pots, change the cap, and that does make a huge difference. So half the time, a lot of people say they're going to take the pickups out, put something else in. That's not the problem. The problem is the actual wiring and or the caps and pots. So I would aim for that first. If you're still not happy with the sound of the pickup, you know, everybody's different, everybody wants a different sound, but generally, yeah, I'll go for the pots and caps. Pickups are normally pretty much alright. This guitar, at the minute, I've been using in videos every month. I build a new pickguard for it, and then I'll do a giveaway at the end of the month. This month, this is a Squier pickguard. I've literally not touched this at all. It's got the stock humbucker, stock pots, and the stock cap. So bear that in mind when I play a little demo later. That is basically a Squier Affinity Strat with a single Squier humbucker and just your basic wiring. I also like kit guitars. This is £150. I built this obviously out of parts. When I finished making it, the humbucker was awful. The electrics weren't all that good. So what I did with this, nice easy mod, I kept the stock tuners, changed the strings. I put a new humbucker in. I just got like a £15 cheapo Alnico 5 humbucker off the internet. I put some full-size pots in, a Switchcraft output jack, and again, cheap easy mods, and yeah, this sounds a lot better. I sanded down the frets. That's always another problem people say about the sharp frets. You can get it on a high-end Gibson, you can get it on a high-end Fender. A lot of the time they still have sharp frets. So if you haven't got all the specialist tools, get like a sanding block and just rub the edges of the frets down sort of at an angle, and that smooths them off. Obviously take strings off, cover up your pickups, but that can quick and easy smooth out your sharp frets, and it sort of rounds off the edge of the fingerboard. So another cheap easy mod. You don't need to spend a lot of money or get luthiers to sort out your neck for you. So this is a done electro that's been modified. Done electros are probably class more your midline guitars because they're a bit more expensive, but again, the electrics ain't the best on them. This one has been completely modified. I got this in a job lot of guitars, and it don't owe me a lot of money at all. But yeah, still a fine quality instrument. I've taken the pick guard and what have you off. Somebody's put some CTS pots in this, put a decent Gibson style three-way switching and output jack. Not sure the pickups on this, but they look like good quality pickups. I do believe this could be a Seymour Duncan quarter pounder. Really not sure what that mini humbucker is, but again, this guitar nice and cheap. I put some cheapo generic locking tuners on. This sounds absolutely awesome, plays really nice and stays in tune well. So I'm going to do a little demo now just to show you how good cheap guitars are. I'll have no problem going on tour with these guitars. I know they'd stand up to the test of time, but again, some things do need tweaking on them. You know, you're paying for a cheap guitar, but don't let that cheap name put you off. If you want to save a lot of money on buying a Fender, or especially Gibsons, there's cheap alternatives out there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use all these guitars I just showed you. I'm going to play to a drum track. I'm going to use the bass, and all these guitars do a mixture of playing a bit of rhythm and lead with plenty of overdrive to show you how good these cheap guitars are. Enjoy. So there you go. Again, I've got no problems playing cheap guitars. I've had plenty of Fenders and Gibsons in my time, and I've got no problems playing Squires or Dan Electros or kit guitars or anything like that. So just goes to show you, you don't need to spend a lot of money. I'd rather have the money sit in my pocket and have a lot more guitars. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure I'll get a lot of stick, but I really don't care. I like to showcase cheap guitars, and I know a lot of people agree with me. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. It really doesn't bother me. And thank you all for watching. So see you soon. Peace out.